Good morning, girls. Welcome to the last week of class. I'm so excited. I think you guys have done a wonderful job. We've gone through a lot of material, and I hope you've learned a lot about education and a lot about yourself as a future educator. I hope that you both continue this role and continue with education and come back and have wonderful stories for me. So, with that being said, we are in our final week, and under the final week, you will find in our Google Classroom, you will find philosophy of education material. So I've kind of talked about this throughout the whole semester. At the very end, you're going to write your philosophy of education. Your philosophy of education should be no longer than one page, okay? So keep that in mind, one page. There is an article here on what is your educational philosophy, how to write your educational philosophy. Here's a YouTube tutorial. It's a short 5-minute video. I watched it. It's pretty decent. It's just an undergrad student who's kind of candidly talking through how to write her philosophy of education on a YouTube video. And then last, I made this template for you to go through and fill out with your, if you want to print it out and just write hand notes and then use that, start at the top and then go to the bottom and make your paragraphs that way. In this little description, I have for you to go back to chapter 9 and review the 4 philosophies of education. Remember the essentialist and the romantist and the progressivist. You took this quiz, it looked like this, and then you added up those at the bottom, and you had one category, one philosophy that stood out the most. So I want you to make sure that you go back to that inventory quiz and make sure you add that in your paper, the philosophy that you identify most with. So with that being said, the last thing I'm going to do is upload an example of a philosophy of education. And if you guys have any questions, last week was worth 100 points. So if you don't have that in, make sure you have that in. And then this week is worth 100 points also. Your philosophy is worth 100 points. So if you have any questions, let me know. Don't overthink it. Make sure you just read through this template. Let me open that up real quick. You're going to talk about your goals and your objectives. Obviously, your goal and your objective as a teacher is to teach your students, whether that means to mastery, if you're going to be more of an encourager, that kind of thing. What methods are you going to use? How will you assess your students? And this part is going to be kind of tricky for you guys because you're not actually in a classroom yet. You're going to assess your students however your district tells you to assess your students. Okay, so you might just write that in there. I will use the district assessment tools to assess my students, but I will constantly check for understanding through, exit tickets or asking questions or group work, or, just think about how your teachers right now assess you. How will you improve your teaching? So think about yourself as a learner. Will you go to professional learning? Will you, continue to search online, that kind of thing? You will probably have a mentor teacher. So talk about the collaboration that you'll have with your peers, with your other teachers in your building, and then any theories or beliefs or anything like that. But it's got to be pretty quick because it's only one page. So don't get too caught up with words. Don't make it wordy. So use this template and you guys will do awesome. So if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm excited to read them. I hope you guys learned a lot, and it was very nice to meet you and very nice to work with you. If you ever need anything in the future, letter of reference for college, when you get into college and you want to get into the teaching program, let me know and I will be, I kind of have notes on each of you. So if you need me to write any letter of recommendations for you for scholarships, anything like that, please let me know. I'd be very willing to do that and happy to do that. So have a wonderful Christmas break. And again, let me know if you need anything on this philosophy. This is our final. All right. Have a good day, ladies.